Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time reviewing on the 1973 Disney film Robin Hood. Now, as you know, Robin Hood was a 1973 musical adventure comedy film which was meant to take place in, the 70s era of Disney, where stories weren't meant to go massively big or overdramatic, just more simple slice of life and happy-go-lucky stories. So the premise of the film is meant to follow, an animal version of Robin Hood, where we see, the maestro Alan A. Dale narrates the story. And we see how Robin Hood, who's meant to be a fox, and Little John, who's meant to be a big brown bear, mainly have to deal with Prince John, who has taken over the role of king. And we kind of see how, he kind of uses his position to overtax the villages of Nottingham, and we do see how, Robin Hood as well as Little John not only have to give hope back to the people, but still carry on the fight. And I think the film, in my opinion, is that it's a simple story telling a simple message about making a difference, giving people hope again, and as long as you're doing things for the right reasons, people understand and respect that you're at least doing it for the right reasons. And I think for the rest of the film, it's like a simple, slapstick, kind of happy-go-lucky storyline. And I think the thing is, having some of the characters as animals is an interesting idea. Like, Prince John being like a hairless lion, we see how Maid Marian and Robin Hood are foxes, and Little John being a bear, Skippy and his family being rabbits. But I think there's moments where I think some of the animals feel a bit questionable, like some of Prince John's henchmen being like basically crocodiles, rhinoceroses, and as well as basically other kind of questionable animals. I think at least with the book version of Redwall, I think having the villains as stoats, ferrets, weasels, rats, and foxes made complete sense, given the fact Brian Jocks knew what kind of animals to work as vermins for the villains, and woodlanders like rabbits, badgers, mice, and all that as the good guys. And I know that, the film tends to kind of get criticised for the heavy use of animation recycled from previous Disney films, but people gotta remember animation takes time, work, as well as having to kind of get a project done quickly as possible. And it has happened before with past stuff. Sometimes you're going to take an old character model, recolor them, and just reuse them for a different character. This happens a lot with shows like, Miraculous Ladybug, Pokemon, also basically, Ben 10, as well as basically Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. People gotta remember animation takes time, work, as well as having to kind of finish a project done quickly. Even the 1980s He-Man cartoon knew this as well, given the fact, had to reuse past character designs and just refurbish them to kind of get things done for an episode quickly. But I think the rest of the film feels enjoyable. It's trying to be a good story, and you kind of get this feel that, Disney were kind of telling this more happy-go-lucky storyline and not trying to go massively too big just yet. I think it was just when, I think the Disney Renaissance era was trying to go massively big, massively epic, and going massively different. So I think, the 1973 Hood film is enjoyable. It's got moments where it can be good, but there are moments where it does fall flat, but knowing not to go too overboard on the humour. So it definitely deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still watchable. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.